You know, we're going to decode a language that millions of us see every single day, but maybe don't fully get. I'm talking about US traffic signs. And here's a thought. What if it's not just a bunch of rules? What if it's actually a conversation the road is having with you?
So you're driving along, minding your own business, and bam, you're just hit with this barrage of shapes, colors, symbols. It can feel pretty overwhelming, can't it? Kind of like you're trying to crack some secret code while doing 65. But what if I told you that code is actually incredibly simple?
Yep, that's it. Just 4. The entire system, whether you're in a crazy busy city or on a quiet country road, it all boils down to just 4 simple categories. I mean, think about that. If you can get these 4 down, you can basically read any road in the entire country. So, let's crack this thing wide open.
All right, first up, we've got the most important ones. These are the regulatory signs. And let's be super clear here. These aren't suggestions, they're not friendly advice, nope. These are the non-negotiable, absolute laws of the road. Following them isn't optional, it's 100% mandatory.
Okay, you definitely know these guys. The classic stop sign means a full, complete stop. Seriously, no rolling through it. A yield sign means you let other traffic go first. And of course, speed limit signs are, well, they're pretty self-explanatory. But think about signs like do not enter and one way. They're just as powerful because they literally control the flow of traffic, telling you exactly where you can and absolutely cannot go.
So here it is, the first big piece of the code. It's a simple mental trick. If you see a sign that's mostly red, white, or black, your brain should just immediately scream, law or rule. That color combo is the dead giveaway that the sign is giving you a direct command you have to follow, period.
Okay, so we've got the laws down, but what about all the unexpected stuff? You know, the curveballs the road throws at you? Well, that's where warning signs come in. Their whole job is to give you a heads up about what's coming, keeping you safe from dangers you can't even see yet.
Right, so these signs are basically the road shouting, hey, pay attention. That sharp turn sign, it's telling you to slow down before you hit the curve, not while you're in it. A school crossing sign is a reminder to watch out for kids. And others might be warning you about anything from a deer crossing to a traffic light just over a hill, giving you those precious few seconds you need to react.
And check this out, here's the code for this category. It's so beautifully simple. The huge majority of warning signs are yellow and diamond-shaped. And there's a good reason for the color, too. Yellow is one of the easiest colors for our eyes to pick up, even in our peripheral vision. So you see that combo, and your brain just instantly knows, okay, be careful.
All right, we've got laws and we've got warnings. But how do we actually get anywhere? That brings us to category number 3, guide signs. Look, if regulatory signs are the cops, think of these guys as your friendly, built-in GPS for the road.
And this is where color is just brilliant. It gives you a ton of information in a split second. You see those big green signs? That's all about directions, highways, exits, towns. Then you've got the blue signs. Those point you to essential services. You know, gas, food, maybe a hospital. And the brown ones? Those are the fun ones. They lead to parks, tourist spots, all the good stuff.
When you really think about it, the whole point of these signs is just to make your life easier. They take the stress out of navigating. They give you the info you need right when you need it so you can actually focus on, driving safely instead of panicking about missing your exit.
So we've got the permanent stuff down. The laws, the warnings, the guides. But what happens when the road itself is under construction? Well, that brings us to our 4th and final category, work zone signs. They're not always there, but when they are absolutely critical.
You'll see stuff like detour signs, which are obviously telling you how to get around a closed-off area, but you'll also see specific warnings like workers ahead. And, that one's a really crucial reminder. There are actual people out there on the road, and their safety is literally in your hands.
So here's a great little way to remember this. In a work zone, just think orange is the new yellow. It's a warning for sure, but it demands an even higher level of alertness. That bright, intense color is designed to scream at you, to stand out. When you see orange, the message couldn't be clearer. Slow down and drive like someone's life depends on it, because it does.
Okay, so we've gone through the 4 categories, but now let's put it all together. This is the ultimate secret code, the master key. This is the simple trick that lets you understand what a sign means before you even read the words. Seriously, this is where it's all going to click into place.
Let's kick things off with shapes. And honestly, this is just brilliant design. An octagon only ever means stop. There isn't another 8-sided sign out there. Why? so you can recognize it instantly, even from the back, even if it's covered in snow. Genius, right? A triangle pointing down, that's always yield. A diamond, that's your warning. And those rectangles you see everywhere, tall or wide, they're giving you a rule or some helpful info. Your brain processes this stuff in a split second, way before you're close enough to read it.
And now we layer on the color code, which is just as reliable. Red basically shouts, stop or don't. It's the most urgent color. Yellow, like we said, is your general heads-up signal. Green just calmly guides you along. That bright orange screams construction ahead. Blue is there to offer help with services. And brown points you toward the fun stuff. When you combine the shape and the color, you pretty much know 90% of what that sign is telling you without reading a single word. I mean, it's just a masterpiece of communication.
So really, when you stop and think about it, the road is never silent. It's always talking to you using this simple, elegant language of shapes and colors. It's telling you the rules, it's warning you about dangers, and it's guiding you home. It's a constant conversation. So the next time you get in the car, remember this. You're not just driving anymore. You're having a conversation. You're not just seeing random signs. You're actually reading a language. So, I guess my question for you is, now that you speak the language, what are you going to notice on your next drive?